Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I want to create a bronzy look, summer look. And this is in collab with Julie with Why Go Warrior. A lot of you already subscribed to her. If you have not subscribed to Julie, I will have her channel and her video linked below. You should check her out. She does some unboxings, some get readies with me, product reviews, empties. She uses drugstore and high-end. So she does a variety of things. She's very supportive. I consider her a friend, and she is a very nice lady. She's also kind of funny. So I would suggest that you go check her out. We don't know what each other is using. We just decided to do what we consider a summer bronzy look. So I have my skincare on. I don't have SPF today because I am not going anywhere. And I just didn't feel like putting one more product on my face. So the first thing I want to start with is with my Laura Mercier. This is the Tinted Blur Balm. I really do enjoy using this. I'm already hitting pan. I actually purchased another one, a backup, because they were having 30% off. And I really like this because it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. I feel like it's pretty blurring. And it just looks nice and it's easy to put on. It gives me just enough coverage without my face feeling like it has a lot of makeup on it. It doesn't bring a lot of product. So I would say if this is something that you're going to use every day, I wouldn't recommend it because you are going to go through it right away. I feel like I don't put a lot on at one time. And like I said, I've already hit pan. Every person that I know that has purchased this has hit pan. See, as I'm using it now, this is probably maybe the 7th or 8th time I use this. But like I said, I don't build it up a lot, just a little bit on my cheeks. But yeah, I like it a lot, but I wish it had at least twice the amount of product. I was able to get the backup at 30% off, so I figured I would get it because I'm planning on going on vacation in about a month, and this is something easy to do, something quick and easy. All right, so this is it for the foundation. I love the packaging. It is not super heavy for travel. I mean, I'm not going to go on a plane when we travel, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. I don't have to worry about dropping a bottle, me with my dropsies. And yeah, and I feel like it's kind of blurring. I mean, I have pores, always going to show. I have real skin, but it's okay. For concealer, I'm going to use the one that I just reviewed on my last video. And this is the one from Laura Mercier, and it's a Secret Camouflage Complexion Perfector. And this is in the shade 02, which is light. And this is what it looks like. And I really do like this. I've been using it quite a bit. And again, you don't get a lot of product, but I mean, you don't use a lot. It's a concealer. So I think it would take me a little longer to go through the entire product. But I've also used it to help with my hyperpigmentation. And I've also used it with another concealer. When I use another concealer, if I still have a little bit of darkness, like right there where my most darkness is, I go over in that area with this, and it looks really nice. This I've worn for as long as 10 hours, and it looks really, really nice on the under eye. I try not to go right underneath my, like right here under my lash line. Let me move you up a little bit. I try not to go right under my lash line because that's where most of my creasing happens. And you do have to make sure that your eyes are prepped. If you don't prep your eyes, anything that you put on your skin is going to crease. So I'm going to put just a little bit on where I have the darkness in my face. And this works really good like this too. It works similar to the NARS, the creamy concealer that you get in the little pot. This does a pretty good job. I like it. And I've just been using the neutral. I don't feel like I really need to use the warm or the cool with it. I feel like the neutral works just perfect for me. I actually wish that they just sold the neutral by itself in a little pot. I would purchase that. Over here it's really dark because I actually have like a dark spot right there. So not only do I have dark under eyes, but then I get a spot there. So yeah, that's super dark. Keep going in the pot because I'm not grabbing a lot, but it really doesn't take a lot to cover everything. So it does tell you to go over it with your finger, so the warmth of your finger kind of works it into your skin, and it does smooth out really, really nice, and it looks really nice. It does a great job covering the darkness. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. I really don't need to do a lot with this. I feel like this foundation balm really covers nicely. Alrighty. Alright, so definitely it's something that I like. I've used it many, many times. I would say maybe 6-7 times, and I really like it. Okay, now for bronzer, I'm going to use the one from NARS, and this one is called, have the little box, the Multiple Sculpting Stick. And this, you can use it on your face, eyes, or lips. The shade is Laguna, and that would be too dark for my lips, but I can see it wearing it on my eyes. I have not. All I've done is wear it on my face, and I don't actually put a lot on. But it's more cool than bronzy. So this is a brush from e.l.f. and this is a cream blush and bronzer duo. So I'm just going to go over the bronzer, or sculpting stick, whatever you want to call it. Once you put it on, I don't think it looks super gray on the skin. I think it looks more like a neutral shade. That looks nice to me. I like it. And for blush, this is new from Kosas. This is called the Impressionist Multi-Stick Cream Cheek and Lip Color. And I have not used it on my lips. I've used it on my cheeks, but I thought this is a perfect color for a bronzy look. And this is in the shade Rose Beige. And it looks really, really dark. But when you put it on, it does have like a little bit of pink in it. It looks dark, but it looks really pretty when you put it on your face. Your cheeks look nice and glowy, but I don't find it to be sticky. It does last a long time. On me, it lasted all day when I used it. I've only used it once. I used it yesterday, but it was under very hot conditions. Where my son lives, they have a man-made lagoon that, you know, the people in the neighborhood go to swim there. And we went there for a couple of hours yesterday with the grandkids, and I was there, and it was hot, and my makeup was fine. So, and I was wearing this blush. So I felt like it lasted all day. I didn't get home till around 11 o'clock at night. And yeah, after I probably wore my makeup for about 12 hours, and it looked fine. I was wearing everything that I'm wearing today, except for the eyeshadow was different. I really didn't wear eyeshadow yesterday, but everything else that I'm wearing today, I wore it yesterday because I wanted to make sure that it was going to last all day, because the bronzer or the sculpting stick and the blush are new to me. So I wanted to make sure that they were going to look okay. I didn't want to, you know, wear it for the first time on this video and that it wouldn't look nice or last all day. I wanted to be able to tell you if it lasted, if it stays sticky. So I used almost everything that was in the back of my hand, but not quite everything. So that's what it looks like, and I think it's very pretty. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of eye primer on. I'm going to use the one from Sigma, and then we'll be right back to do eyes. I have my primer on, and now we're going to do eyes. And for my eyes, I chose the Morphe palette, and this is the one that is called Flickering Sands, and this is what it looks like. Very, very pretty. I thought it would be perfect. I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to try to do a very, very simple look. I really don't want to do anything complicated. I just want to do something that I feel it would be easy for anyone to replicate. And with any, I'm sure most of you guys have similar shades, and you'll be able to just do this with any eyeshadow that you have that has little bronzy shades in it. Okay, with the other side of the brush, I'm going to go into this shade right here. If the brush doesn't work, I'll use my finger. That is very, very bronzy. I'm going to turn the brush to where the brown was and just go over the edge. There's really no fallout with this one or kickback in the pan, or even when I tap my brush, nothing comes off, which is nice. These little pans from Morphe are super nice. I know they have some matte ones. I actually ordered, I'm going to grab a little bit of the brown. I actually ordered a couple of the new palettes that they have. I ordered 2 of the matte ones and 2 of the ones that are like 3 shades, trios. Okay, now I'm going to go into this lighter shade right here. And I'm going to use my finger for that because I want to go in the inner corner. And usually my pinky will be able to do that. Okay, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to blend. I'm not telling you the name of the shades because I'm not sure if I'm right. I never know. Whenever the shades are in the back of the palette, I never know what the shades are. Sorry. I don't understand why they just can't put the name of the shade behind the shade. Somebody please explain that to me. I'm going to take the smaller brush right here and I'm going to go into the deeper brown. That one had a little bit of kickback. And I'm just going to put it out here. Again, I'm going to take the brush that I was doing the blending with. I kind of wiped it in case it had any shimmer. I don't want the shimmer on the outer corner. I want a little more darkness in the outer corner. Just a little bit. And this is the shade that I'm putting in the outer corner, that one right there. Okay, I do have a little bit of fallout. I'm gonna see if I can swipe it away. No, I'm gonna have to fix it. I'm just gonna put like a little bit of concealer right there. That's okay. Okay, let's finish with the eyes. So I'm gonna take a little pencil brush and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, the one that I started out in the outer corner with, and just put a little bit right here on the outer part of under my lashes. Let me get the concealer and grab a little bit of it and just go in the outer corner where I had a little bit of fallout. My finger is clean, making sure I don't have any glitter shimmer on my finger. This outer corner gets so dark on me, and sometimes I don't notice it until I'm doing the editing. It's like so dark. It's like a vein or something that's right there, and it's like very, very dark. I haven't done my brows yet, and I'm going to try to just do a brow gel. That's what I did yesterday because I want this to be just a nice bronzy look, but something that doesn't take a long time, or you know, that you have to work so hard for. Oh my gosh, I'm getting brow gel all over me. We're keeping it real here, guys, as usual. I did bring a pencil in case what I was doing wasn't going to work, but I think it'll be fine. I really don't want to put a lot of anything on my brows. And this is the Grande Lash Tinted Brow Gel in dark brown. And I bought several of these from Ipsy. I don't know if they still carry it. I don't think I've seen anything from Grande Lash on their website lately. But I got it at a really, really good price. All right, let me do a little bit of eyeliner. And this is the one from Maybelline. I've really been liking this lately. This is so nice. And this is pretty new from them. It's called the Sculpting Stick. And I have mine in the shade Mocha Contour. And it has a little brush also that it will help you smudge, or if you do a wing, it will help you with your wing. It has like a little slanted shape to it, but I like it because it's very easy to apply. Now don't pull a lot of product out at one time, or it will break on you. Like now. See, I pulled out too much. You can only pull out a little bit. Do I still have it on my lashes? No, I think it fell. I pulled out too much and it broke. But I know that, and I still did it. For mascara, I'm going to use the one from Maybelline, and this is the Sky Tubes, Last Sensational Sky Tubes. Let me do 2 coats of this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is after this mascara, and this is a tubing mascara, and in my opinion, this is the easiest tubing mascara to remove that I have ever used. So I don't know if it's just me, but I find it super easy to remove. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Powder. I'm just going to use this brush right here, and mainly I just want to do like the T-zone. I feel like this powder is not as finely milled or as invisible as the Hourglass, but I feel like it is blurring. I feel like it does a nice job. I also, guys, with this concealer, I don't need to set it. I really don't. And even the foundation, I feel like I really don't need to set it either. But it's so hot that I don't mind putting just a little bit of powder just to make sure that I get a nice wear time out of this. But I really feel like I really don't need to set it. And then to give it that glowy, beautiful, bronzy look, I'm going to use from Too Faced. This is the Sun Bunny. Now they have reformulated this, and I think the one that they have now, the lightest color, looks a little glowier to me, a little lighter, more like a highlighter. But they do have like the one that they call Sun Bunny, and then I have the one that is, I believe it's called Strawberry Shake, which is beautiful. It makes a beautiful blush topper. So I'm just going to go over both of them, and I'm actually just going to go like where I have my blush and where I have my bronzer, because I think this is so pretty. I think I went a little low on there, like always. I always get carried away. Look at that. But I'm going to grab just a little bit of the foundation and just fix it. Holy smokes, I went from bronzy to sunburn. There's nothing that you can't fix. Well, sometimes you have to start over, but that's okay too. It's just makeup. But it just feels like this just gives you like a little bit of glow, and it's so pretty. So I'm just going to concentrate it on the glowy part and just put a little more there. Sure, let's do more. Why not? This is the powder. I feel like I went a little overboard with the blush and bronzer, so I'm just going over it really quick. Okay, for highlighter, this is a new highlighter from Lisa Eldridge, and this is her Marilyn Monroe collection, and this is the packaging that it comes in. So pretty. And it had 2 different shades. There was one that it was more like a bronzy shade, and then this one is called Butterfly Light, and this is what it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it is like a balm, and I just love the way this looks. It does have a little mirror. I'm just going to use this brush right here. I'm going to go in it with a brush. For my lips, I'm going to use this Morphe liner, and this is in the shade Berry Cola. So that's a lip liner. These are very long lasting. You get a lot of product in here. And then this is from Rare Beauty, and this is in the shade Spark, and it's a lip gloss, and I just thought it would be perfect for this look. This Spark shade does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not the kind of shimmer that you can actually feel it on your lips. But I just think that that is so pretty. I'm going to use this powder right here, the Infallible from L'Oreal. I'm going to put some out here on the cap. I'm going to use this brush right here, and I'm just going to go over here. I want to lighten this up a little bit. I feel like I went a little heavy on the bronzer. I just want to lighten it up a little bit. Make sure that there's no harsh lines. Alright you guys, so this is my completed look. I think it's so pretty. I really do like it. I think it looks nice and bronzy. I really am enjoying this Cosas blush. I think it's so pretty. I only got one shade because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not. I do own a lot of blushes, so I only went with one, but it's gorgeous. I love it. And then the one from NARS, I think it looks nice. I don't think it looks too gray. I think it looks pretty neutral, so I'm very happy with it. This right here is very pretty. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand so you can see it. I don't know if you can, well, you should be able to see it, but it is very balmy but not sticky. And that's the blush. And I love those shades of blushes because I feel like, I don't know, I mean, you can go even a little lighter so it looks a little more natural, but I think this is a kind of blush that if you go with a light hand, it can look a little natural on you, but I think it's beautiful. So pretty. So let me know what you think. Do you guys like bronzy looks in the summer? I do. I think that they're fun, but I don't like to pile a lot of makeup on me, even though this probably seems like a lot of makeup to a lot of you. And it kind of is, but the eye look was quick. All right, you guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Make sure that you check out Julie. Julie, thank you so much for doing this with me. I love doing videos with you, collabs with you. I think they're so much fun. And you guys make sure that you check her out. I think you will love Julie. And when you go visit her, make sure you tell her that I sent you. And if you're here from Julie's channel, thank you so much for visiting. And I hope that you decide to subscribe and join my community. All the links will be listed below. Most of them will be affiliate links, so if you use them, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.